Yeah, no, that's exactly right. The real benefit of auto docking is when you're just doing a bunch of solo trade and you're doing it 100 times a day, and you just want to relax. But yeah, when you're in a
Indeed.
wing, you're moving quickly, you want to get a lot of stuff done. Then yeah.
I may fly with shields, but I've never in my life used an autodock.
I like them. I like them a lot. Also because they enable. Wow, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 planets here with rings. So let's see. Yeah, high. I don't see a hazardous, but that might just be further out. There's definitely a bunch of high res.
When there's a high res, you can actually have a lot of bounties to collect. That's the main thing. But if you remember all those community goals when you had to bounty hunt, you had to go the normal nav beacon. It was terrible.
That's just people not thinking it through. Or the one where they had a single low res around one planet that was like 10,000 light seconds from the star. So, yeah, that's it's not really the best.
I did help a couple. I did help quite many people yesterday. And one poor Finnish guy. I mean, he had Lab 9, and he was so happy when he managed to get around 1 million from those trade runs with me.
Yeah.
He was so happy. And then I let one of my friends who haven't been around that often join me, well, part of the multi-crew, and he managed to get 1.5 million as well. At the same time when Lamo was flying around. So yeah, it was extremely nice yesterday.
That's
one of the last
that kind of thing. That's cool.
One of the last straight CGs, I was still flying my ASP, and I made it into the top 10 and got like 20 million for it.
That's pretty crazy. How many runs would you have to do for that? It's got to be 20, 30 runs in an ASP.
Yeah, 15, 20, I think. It wasn't even that bad. And I had no engineering back then.
I'm so conflicted about engineering. I kind of miss the old days where you could just outfit a ship and it was done. But now that I've got half of my fleet engineered, I'm pretty happy with it.
Well, even now, I'm still up. Well, I have same problem, mainly because if I want to do more stuff, for example, to get my Anaconda jump a bit more, I would need to grind level 5 with some other, one engineer, so I would get that scanner upgrade 5 and stuff like that, so still quite a lot of work, extra work.
That's what I'm looking at now, is like, okay, so if I want to upgrade any more ships, I need a lot. I can do some FSD rolls, and that's about all I can do. I have, I think, 8 or 9 of those left. But everything else is just completely full. Alright, you're both here.
Yeah, we are here. Good. When we are, that's one thing. Thanks to this last patch, it's a lot easier to get in the same instance, if you remember. Well, basically we had problems to get gravity in the same instance. That was the main issue. It was so fucking funny how many times we were trying to get gravity in the same instance with us.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised I can make it in the same instance with Horsma or Cheesewine or Blammo, but Quade could be different because of the US.
Yeah, I think I tend to be alright, but I have a really fast connection for the US, that is.
Okay, I think I'm going to transfer my Corvette because it's only 2.5 million.
You know what? That's a good idea. Thanks for reminding me. I'll bring in. Let's see. Should I bring the Anaconda or the gunship?
all up to you. But sorry, do you want to stop trade CT now or just?
No, let's keep
It
going.
takes 25 minutes,
Yeah, I want to get
and
to 10,000 for sure. So that'll be a couple more trips for me. I'll math it out. I'll just bring the. I'm gonna bring the gunship.
Well, I join to one of your crews if that's fine with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
we can either wing or we can multi-crew.
Yeah, they are mutually exclusive.
The crew. One good thing about it is that this place is so close to munition. It's very fast to get to your ships in.
Yeah, but we can still make more money in the time it takes for the ship to get here than to fly them ourselves.
Yeah, I'll need
true.
4 or 5 more trips to get to 10,000.
I'm quite sure that this community goal will end around. I would give it something like 8 or 10 hours, and it will end. Mainly because weekend starts and people are anxious to do something.
Yeah, I'm interested to see too. They've got it advertised all over
tier
Reddit.
7 and
the payouts are good.
23 million.
That's always been the big thing with
payouts.
community goals. If you can't earn a good amount of money from the commodities, people don't like doing it because the reward on the other end isn't usually enough.
And this time you will get a lot of credits.
Yeah.
I already made 30 million yesterday, so
I know, that's huge.
Yes.
Looks like I made quite a lot as well.
And it doesn't have to be the highest paying trade route, right? But I think you have to get right around 3,000 credits a ton. If you get right around that number, I think people are happy to do it.
And main thing what Rondy doesn't understand, well, for example, I don't care about that much about credits, but it's fun to me when I can do something with people, and well, if profits are high, it's extremely nice, even though I don't need them, but it's still nice. So it would make more sense to Frontier just to always keep high profits. I mean, from trade community goals.
No, I agree, and I think they kind of got that message because most of them have been pretty good recently. I don't know. I hope that this community goal means that we're going to get a lot more faction community goals, from the player groups. So I feel like that's something that they let go, and that's something I really want to see in game again.
Yeah, I would want. Well, you have made so many nice ideas.
I'm done writing new community goals that I send off to them and then never hear back about. I'm done with that. But it was so funny because on Reddit, some guy posted about wanting a community goal related to passengers. It was like, that's exactly what I wrote and sent to them. Anyway.
I would really want those assholes to actually to implement one of your community goals, because those, well, you have made so many good ones, a lot better than what actually Frontier has made.
Well, once they gave us all this info about the engineers, right? This was last year before engineering. And they were like, hey, we're going to do your community goal. We like what you wrote, we like what you've got, we're totally going to do it. And then, they're like, it's going to need some editing, it's going to need some work, but we're going to do your community goal. And then they delayed the patch, and then they didn't tell us, oh yeah, actually, we're not going to do your community goal anymore. We don't want anything to do with it. They wouldn't have told me if I didn't ask about it. I had to get in touch with them and be like, hey guys, the patch is getting delayed. Do you want me to update anything in the community goal and change it? And Zach was sorry, I forgot to tell you, we're not doing it.
Yep.
Okay, thanks. Come on, I'm landed.
And I'll be there as well.
But whatever. I'm done writing for them. I've done one for every single patch up until this multi-crew one. I'm not going to do it anymore. I don't see the point to do it. Plus, there's not content in the multi-crew patch that can really change the way a community goal would work.
Well, you could actually, G-Swine, I think they would take G-Swine word mainly because he's a Scot, and they are afraid more or less about Scots. So it would make more sense if this one would just told them to do something. Hey, but that is true if you think about it. For some reason, the Brits, English people, more or less scared about Scots. So makes sense. Since
Yeah.
if this one would say something, and then they would listen.
I think the best joke I ever heard about that, not the best joke really, but like just a funny saying is that like anybody who is from Scotland that like makes some like big invention or becomes famous or does anything great, like suddenly they're British part of the UK.
Yep.
They're but if they're just like a regular person, oh those Scots, oh they're Scottish, they're not English, they're not British, whatever it is. Like I always thought that was pretty funny.
It is, but that is actually true. I mean, if you think about back in the history, it's always been like that. Whenever Scottish people have been doing a lot of things and make great innovation for time. But every time when they have done it, they are British. But every time when some shit hits fan, like I am hitting the mailbox, they are just Scottish.
Yeah, it is. The dynamics of that island just blow my mind. Like, that it can still be such a like insanely diverse multinational like nation. It's just crazy.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny that in America, you can think about different. Well, all right, there's different layers in America, but in England, Great Britain, there's even bigger distance between different groups, mainly because there's all nobility living over there. Today it's not that bad if you think about, but before it was a lot worse.
I don't know. There's other stuff too. Like it's really hard. Like to use the example of Ireland, it's really hard for people in America to wrap their heads around the idea that there's an international border on the island between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland.
Yeah.
And that's just always interesting. They're like, I don't understand. Like, how can? Like, what do you mean? Isn't it all Ireland? You're like, yes, the island, not like. But there's like, I don't know. For whatever reason, people have a hard time wrapping their head around that. That's always funny.
They should take a look at Cyprus.
Right? Yeah, exactly. They wouldn't? They couldn't find Cyprus on a map. So, that's John Oliver does a clever thing whenever he does a skit about any country. He'll put it on a map, but he'll put either the wrong country or he'll put it in the wrong location. And then he'll come back a few minutes later and be like, in fact, you know so little about this place, you didn't even realize that wasn't, Zimbabwe. Like, that's a completely different country. Yeah, he'll do that all the time. And it's so true. Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Main thing is about Northern Ireland that people actually, if people will make fun about the island, then they should know all the bloody history behind it. And how many people have actually died because, mainly because Ireland wanted to be independent, and because of that, they had to fight from 1400 something like that. Since Henry VIII.
Yeah, it's a pretty big blind spot in a lot of what history covers, especially here where we learn so little history anyway.
Yeah, no kidding. Yesterday, you posted that one newspaper news article about
the windmills, the wind turbines.
Yes.
That was the dumbest thing I've read all week. And there's been a lot of dumb things this week.
How the fuck that is possible?
I don't know. Honestly, I really do think it's fake. I think it's something that is made, and like here's what happens. Oh, I should request docking. Here's what happens, right? So like, some lady in Texas doesn't like the windmills. She needs a reason to, you know, to hate them. And so like, she starts a website, goes on Facebook, bitches and moans about it. And then somebody like from a coal company notices it, or it's Texas, right? It's probably like an oil company, and it's like, oh hey, we've got this research scientist who, you know, has discovered X, Y, and Z is bad about windmills. They're gonna kill your children, you know, and that's all you need. It's all fake.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's so sad that someone actually.
It's sad. We have a big outbreak of measles happening because of similar ignorance. Yeah.
And you managed to get one retard as president because of that same shit.
Yep. Touchdown confirmed. Welcome, Commander. Alright. I don't know why. I got stuck on the mail slot and then forgot to request docking, and then that was dumb. Backed up and hit a Type 7 or something like that. Okay. Detach confirmed. Departure authorized.
And Terag, just remember, shields are for pussies.
He said he was AFK for a minute, so he didn't get to hear that insult.
No.
Yeah. See how much shield damage, how much hull damage? 97. But he did make me hit the wall.
Well, I haven't actually changed how I fly my Corvette. Sorry. I managed to get some hull damage quite often, to be honest. But it doesn't matter when repairing hull costs something like 30,000 or 50,000.
Really
it doesn't matter.
I mean, you know, you get interdicted, maybe a pirate will shoot out your engines or something, but so far it hasn't happened.
And I'm back.
Welcome back. See? Flying with the shields. Sorry.
can't drop it. Can't let it go.
Sorry. Well, he still have shields. That's one.
Yeah, but he didn't take 10,000 credits in hull damage like I just did, ramming that.
That is true.
That ship out of the way.
But then again, you made a lot more profit.
Yeah.
When you sold that.
Even out. Alright.
Maximum profits. I actually made one trip today when I woke up. I took one station where I could actually get the best price for indium, or lithium, and it was something like 35 light years away, and distance from the star was around 10,000 light seconds. Well, I made it that trip mainly because I actually wanted to make a maximum amount of credits with one trade run, and that is for that when you open up the statistics, you can see the best trade run over there.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing some longer ones, but this is still pretty good. Alright, so we've officially tier 7 now is finally crossed.
Yep. Well,
Yeah,
this is
last trip already.
22
this is
million for the top 10.
this is crazy. I mean, the profits what we can actually make, they are crazy.
Yeah, this is good. I mean, it's
They
going
are
to go all the way.
crazy.
We're gonna get like 50, 60 million for being in the top 10.
Yep.
That's good though.
To be honest,
Hopefully, a lot of commanders are
if
able to take advantage of it.
if I would have managed to get in top 3 commanders this morning, I most likely would have been doing this whole day.
The numbers
In
you
a way, I'm
need
happy.
though are crazy. I mean, people are putting in like 40 or 50,000 tons to get into the top 3.
Mm, it depends. I mean, everyone needs to sleep well, unless they are using some drugs. But
Yeah, if they're amped up on stimulants.
yep. But basically, if they are not using any drugs, they still need to sleep. And I have already 23,700 delivered. So I would say in those top 3 commanders, they are around 30,000 to 35,000 because they can't have more. Well, they can, but if they have skipped sleeping, but
Yeah, at some
that's
point you
about
just
it.
reach a limit. I don't know. There's people who say you can do like really like you can be in a wing of 3, but the other 2 guys are just AFK and they're just there as anchors, so you can drop out of super cruise faster. All that kind of stuff. There are little tricks that people say you can do.
That is true, but if you remember that there has always been issues when you use Wing Key, so it's not that easy. People want, well, these days it's a lot easier than before, but still.
I don't know. Not too worried about it. I'm happy with the top 10%. I don't need to be in the top 3.
And me, same. I mean, I don't. Well, I'm doing this just for fun, and well, basically because I have having fun, and I'm ramming you. Sorry.
It doesn't matter to him. He's got shields.
It don't hurt me much.
Sorry, I was thinking about it was you. I don't care. As I said, I don't care. I'm having fun. That's my main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9% hull for you. Okay.
Yeah, and 792 tons in here.
I mean, 90% hull is like, so repairing that missing 9% is going to be like under 10,000 credits.
Something like that. We don't care.
What is this fine? Oh man, I'm getting all these fines for ramming crap in the docking bays. All right, should be two more runs, and I should be above 10,000.
I have 12,000 now. No message about my Corvette yet.
I find that I typically only get the message that my ship is available after I'm in the ship.
One other thing about fun faction thing, what have made it a lot funny is that since I have been flying without shields and anything, and that means that I can't give up. I need to concentrate when I get inside the station. That's the main thing. But if I was trying to do this in open, it would be more or less suicidal, extreme stupid.
We should take
Football
bets.
point.
We should go into open with our shields off and see how many runs we can make before we get shot down or killed in the docking bay or whatever.
That's the more likely. I mean, we would get killed in docking bay.
God, this ship drifts so bad.
You can live with it.
Yeah.
Ah! Thank you.
I wasn't doing anything.
Thank you.
My ship has been destroyed. Oh, that's awesome. I was just looping around. Man, that was so perfect. Horsma, did you die too?
Yes.
Yeah. He died even before you did.
Oh, that's brilliant. As a member of Aisling Duval, aggressive acts towards your own members are not tolerated. As a result, you have lost 40 merits. Sorry, Horsma. It wasn't aggressive, that was just bad flying. Yeah, Terag, you're so dumb for not having shields. Oh, man. That's the best. That is the best.
Well, yeah, I lost 10 minutes.
Yeah, same. No, so I was at the station, right, and, like, I was pointed where I wanted to go, but I was drifting. Like, I was still getting closer and closer to the station, so I inverted and boosted to try to get around the edge of the station so I didn't hit it. And then I turned to face the docking bay, and then I exploded for some reason.
Yeah, some reason.
Some unknown reason. Oh, man.
Okay, but since you need another 5 minutes or so to get here, I will be AFK again.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm on my way back.
I need to get my clothes from the washing machine.
Do it.
Well,
See, that's
there goes my
the auto
1 million
duck. Oh
alliance
yeah,
bounties.
I had a bunch of bounties. I had several million in bounties. Oh yeah, so that was more expensive than the rebuy and the cargo we lost. That was actually that was probably a $20 million death, or 20 million credits.
Like that.
So I had a lot of bounties. I had bounties from probably in the millions from at least 15 systems that I hadn't been handing in. And all those factions in Munchen I had more than 1 million for that I haven't been turning in. Oh well.
Good thing that I didn't have.
Right, good thing I'm a billionaire.
Same, and I didn't have my fighter with me.
Yeah, that's always good too. Inactive crew. Oh man, that is too funny.
Dude.
I can't remember the last time I died.
The last time when I died, well, basically when I was, I was a bit drunk and I was undermining with Plumber, and I just slept. It was too late and I was starting to leave. That's about it. Quicker. End up blowing up at the conflict zone.
Access granted. Set down on landing pad 17.
Good thing is that my rebuy cost is only 10 million.
I've got that extra 1% savings from the beta backer.
No, if you remember, there was this one community goal. Yeah, well, you and I did take part of it. It was
with the paladins and the super cheap,
yeah,
whatever it was,
yeah,
super
that's
cheap
yeah.
wards.
Anyway, you were part of the part of making that community goal, if you remember.
Yep.
And as a result, people could actually buy anything. Like it was like a 30% discount in that station, and that station was selling Imperial Clippers, cutters, sorry. And that was mistake from Frontier Spot, and a couple of hours later they were fixing it.
Oh,
But this
I remember
cutter,
that because it was the ships and the modules, right? And it was it was just supposed to be modules for 1 week or something like that. And then, yeah, I remember.
Indeed. And anyway, let's put it this way: we only need like 2 runs, and we are fine with that amount of loss. If you think about the money.
No, that doesn't bother me at all. I'm amused by it more than anything else.
It was actually quite funny, to be honest. Oops.
Oh man. Well, next time I'm gonna get my ship with a ton of armor. And then that way when we ram each other, I'll have more HP. No, I think I have lightweight mods on the stock armor and everything too. I'm not very well defended in my trade ship, which is fine. I don't know.
Basically, if you think about basic physics, I mean, this thing weighed quite a lot.
All clear. Have a safe trip, Commander.
And when you boost, and then, well, you do the math. The whole force when you hit another one, it's quite huge.
Yeah. Alright, one more trip and I'll have enough, I'll be over 10,000.
Alright.
There's that message. My gunship has arrived.
I'll take my... How long time it takes to get some ships?
From Munchen it took about 20 minutes.
Yeah, because it's quite close.
Yeah, so it's not that bad. It wasn't expensive either. I mean, the Terag said his Corvette was something like 2 million to transfer.
Not back.
Hey, Terag. How much was your Corvette? 2 million to transfer?
2.5.
Yeah.
I'll take
so
my...
like one trip to...
Yeah, well, let's put it this way. When we ram each other for fun, it's about 15 million, so it doesn't matter really.
Yeah, we realized, like, Terag, think about all those bounties you have from all the factions in Munchen. That you're not turning in. So we've got that kind of stuff too. Probably another, 15, 20 million in bounties that are sitting around for all these little factions all over the place that we're not handing in.
Even my cutter that I completely bought in Lyon This base is worth 21 million. So, yeah. And another 5 million or so for the 7-8 million for the cargo.
Scan detected.
That's what you get when you auto dock all the time. Horsma, what are you doing now?
Or I was boosting, and there was Stab 9 in front of me, and that's why I was screaming. Sorry. It was actually quite funny moment. That's why I had to lose my speed
Hull integrity.
at the mailbox. I'd rather lose my speed over there than hit that
Another
9
rebuy.
a bit cheaper.
Oh, 83%?
Yep.
Alright, last trip. Indian.
Cargo hold at maximum
I just regret not taking a screenshot.
Well, you're in luck. I've been recording this whole time. It's almost 30 minutes on the dot into the video that we collide and explode. So, it's perfect. Yeah, basically, I'm just recording all the random crap we do because I don't care anymore. I'm not going to try to make videos. I'm just going to record it and post it. I'm not going to make it fancy.
Well, basically, Princess is upset that we could.
Yeah, I know.
He didn't-
She took 40 merits away from me.
Now I'm getting the message that the Quade has arrived.
Alright, let's try to exit the dock without exploding.
For me, it will be try to get into the dock without exploding you.
Yeah.
That might be.
frameshift drive charging.
I mean, I was going a good 320, 330 meters a second, easily. And I hit him, like, in a belly flop. Like, Horsma was pointed... He was directly below me, I think, like, parallel. So yeah, I didn't see that collision at all until my UI turned off and my ship started drifting and sparking. It's like, oh, okay.
Ah, fuck.
Horsma's weaving a tapestry of profanity today because his ship is
Sorry.
doesn't matter.
Sorry
Oh,
about that.
I'm just watching your health go down there.
59%?
Yep. I just forgot to ask document.
Horsma probably is the best pilot out of all of us, so we should be concerned.
Yeah, well, I was getting a bit too close, and then getting this thing not to crash into the station.
It does. It drifts.
You can go in, you just have to get back out in a minute or so.
Yeah. I need to change this loadout anyway. I need to go spend a good 6 weeks grinding engineering components, rebuild them all, and then re-outfit everything that isn't already modded and outfitted. Which reminds me, do I have synthesis materials for... I do. So that's good. I can refill my multi-cannons when we go out bounty hunting. That was the one good thing about going mining last week, is I got a bunch of the basic materials.
7 reloads available.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, I can do 7 reloads.
So like 50% for every gun.
Yeah. So, so synthesis is really not that efficient.
For SREs, it's great.
Yeah, one basic SRV synthesis like heals the whole thing. Refuels quickly. The jump range stuff is good too. Those are nice. But I have to save all those materials for my FSD rolls, so I'm not using the super jumps. Oh, so Horsma, I have 2 planetary nebulas that were undiscovered that I found on my other account.
Undiscovered.
Yep,
Oh my god.
completely undiscovered. And one of them had a bunch of planets in it, including some terraformables and a water world. So
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, well, I saw that you say that you are seeing those, but I didn't. Well, I can't remember that say that those were undiscovered. But anyway, congratulations.
yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Both of the nebulas were identical though, so that's kind of boring. But it's still
Even then,
well
it's
done.
extremely nice.
Yeah.
And there's some stupid Diamondback Explorer slowing me down. I'm getting to you. Oh, sorry, I'm coming to you.
Hull integrity compromised.
Yeah, I mean, I'll stay docked. We can wait until Terag gets back too, and we can all hand in our. Come on.
I'm faster than Horsma.
Think?
Come on.
But then again, you have shields, so
Yeah,
but you
can avoid afford to be a little reckless if he wants. Still, by the time this CG's done and maxed out at tier 10, it's gonna be pretty good. What? Let me see if I can read what the reward tiers are. See if you get different, like if their ship gets different improvements. All right, and then I gotta sign up for the other one. So it doesn't say what each tier gives. That's too bad. Because yeah, like if tier 10 would give it, you know, top of the line outfitting, or tier 9 would give it, you know, a better shipyard or whatever, but I don't know. It's listed. Man, even showing up, you know, top 100% is 700,000, top 75% is 5 million, almost 6 million. That's pretty great. Whereas the bounty hunting CG, not so much. 8 tiers, they've already turned in 5 billion credits in bounties.
Well, the main reason that bounty hunting is lagging behind, mainly because the people have been, well, wanted to take part of this first.
Yeah. Alright, got a nice view. Close out this video watching you guys come in through the mail slot. I'll start a new one for the bounty hunting in a little bit. Go. Flawless entry as usual for Terag.
Not really. But you're both in the systems, then I can sell and switch to the Corvette.
Yes, just so.
Well, then.
And it's crying that I'm flying too fast. In flight control, that is.
Yeah. Well, they
See.
don't like the speed.
Well, we need for speed.
I'd better put the shield and everything back on this ship before I forget about it and fly away. Alright, so over 10,000 tons, pretty decent profits even with getting blown up. It's totally worth it. Totally worth it.
Yeah, it was. But well, basically, hey, I have my total. Well, I have now 6 points. Well, over 6 billion cash, and my total assets are up around 9 billion. So I don't really care, but it's actually been fun. And one thing that I need to check out takes me 12 minutes. I'll actually join you a bit later. I took my voucher here. It was in Chaneri before, so you go and
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we'll hunt. Just send us a message and, you know, we'll invite to wing and all that. Alright, shields are back. Everything's back. Yeah, it's fine. Priorities are all screwed up. I don't care right now. Alright, Terag, give me like 5 minutes. I'm gonna go have some food, and then we can go bounty hunting.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright, see you then.